So Brent, at the end of the day, do I want a jury trial? And if I do, what is the main difference between a jury trial and a bench trial that only has a judge?
Well, a jury trial is with a jury of your peers. It is supposedly people from your neighborhood, people like you, that are going to sit back, hear your grievances, and determine what you get. A bench trial is with just the judge. He's going to sit there and listen to the facts and decide what he thinks you could get. 9 times out of 10, I like a jury trial more than just a judge trial, but there are times when you have a really solid case, you know the amount of coverage, you know that your damage is depleted, you know that a judge is going to be reasonable and fair and accurate, and you have less of a chance of having what I call a runaway jury, where you have a juror that doesn't like your client for some reason or wants to get even with the defendant for some reason. And so I think a jury trial brings into more personal influence into the trial. So that would be the reason I'd want a bench trial if it was just kind of clear cut and we knew we were just going for numbers. But a jury trial overall lets people sit just like you, just like the defendant, and I think they come up with a very fair conclusion to a trial. So 9 times out of 10, I would say jury trial.
Elizabeth, litigation can be a long process with a lot of different variables. Take us through the intake process of a case.
We usually sit down 45 minutes, an hour, get some of your background information. If you've talked to the insurance company, kind of figure out what's going on there. That way we can figure out a game plan, start getting some of your medical records in, and figure out what we need to do as far as next steps.
Brent, litigation is stressful. And if someone out there feels like they hate their lawyer, then what can they do?
If you hate your lawyer, you need to get rid of your lawyer. There is a contract that started this whole thing out that says how that goes about. If that attorney has done a ton of work on your case and there are offers on your case, they are entitled to some type of payment for the work they've done. But at a certain point, if you find that you're just unable to work with that lawyer, terminate that lawyer. The contract should allow you to do that. Hire another lawyer, keep quiet about everything else, and let the 2 lawyers get together and see if they can work out, if any money comes back, how the money is separated.
Brent, Elizabeth, thanks. Look, at the end of the day, it's about having the right people in your corner to fight for the right results.
This segment of QC Life was sponsored by Stewart Law Offices.